If you're thinking about buying a house, this is the perfect video for you. I'm going to help you choose your buyer's agent, understand what a buyer's agent does, and probably do some other things in between. Who knows? But let's find out. My name is Kasie Gray. I am a realtor, broker associate, your homegirl, your buyer's agent, whatever you need me to be, I will be it. So if you're not sure what a buyer's agent does, I am going to sum it up really fast. As a buyer, you're out there looking for houses, whether you're searching, a website or just driving by and seeing signs, whatever it might be. And then it's like, who do you call? Who's representing me? You wouldn't want to go into court without a lawyer, so you don't want to go buy a house without a buyer's agent. So basically what your buyer's agent does is from the start helps you get connected with a lender, helps you understand the process. If you haven't yet, please get my free buyer's guide. It's completely free and I have a walkthrough on it if you're interested. Otherwise, it'll be down below. They'll help you walk you through the process. If you see something you like, they can show you the house, whether it's listed by any company, whether it's not even on the market yet. If for sale by owner has their house listed, most times they're willing to cooperate with a buyer's agent, so we can help you through that. If you're buying your current rental from your landlord, we can help you with that. You wouldn't want to go into something unrepresented, so that's where a buyer's agent comes in. And so my job is to, write up all the contract, explain to the market to you, help you understand everything from A to Z during the home buying process. So that's my main goal. And so how a buyer's agent gets paid, I have a full video on that, but you don't have to worry about paying out of pocket for my services. When we go look at houses, the listing agent has already negotiated the commission split for me. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, but at the end of the day, I just want you to buy your house and, find the perfect property for you, and I'm not too worried about, whether I make 2.5% or 15. I mean, 15 would be great. It's never happened, but it would be great. So that's how that works. You're not paying me per showing or per question you ask, so feel free to ask me any question that you might have. When getting into real estate, I was confused about the whole system anyways. Like, after going through school and taking the test and passing the test, I was like, I still don't really understand it. And that just shows I'm a good test taker, I guess. But since then, obviously, I've been in real estate for almost 4 years now. I have my broker's license. I know what I'm doing a lot more, and I'm able to, help buyers understand the whole process. I've bought in a house myself. I like the whole thing I've gone through, so I understand what you're going through, and I want to make sure that process is as easy as possible, because I know it's not, especially when you're your own agent. So I want to make sure that you don't have any of those issues that I maybe had or experienced, or any of my past clients have experienced. I want to make everything as smooth as possible. So that's why having a buyer's agent is super important. So how do you even pick a buyer's agent? That's a great question, and that's why we're here today. So a buyer's agent, any agent can buy or help you buy a house, or they can help you sell a house. There are different types for everybody. My personality is not going to get along with everyone's, and I totally understand that. And at the same time, I maybe work better with listings. I have my specialties, which, I really enjoy listings and I enjoy getting the property marketed. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm helping educate. I really love educating. I've put on a bunch of home buyer seminars, and that stuff makes me so happy. So there will be a link down below where you can sign up and get the questionnaire, and then you can, use it to interview different agents. You can interview agents if you want. You don't have to. You can just reach out to someone that you know, like, and trust. I think that is where it begins. I think if you know someone that does a good job, if you can trust them with your information, if you can, if you know them and can be like, hey, Kasie, like, I like this house, will you show it to me? Or, hey, Kasie, like, not sure how I should get pre-approved, can you help me out? That is so much easier than just calling some random office and being like, hi, I don't really know what to do. I am right here, like, you can message me and I'll help you through the whole process, or you could call me, whatever you want to do. And I think it just makes it a lot more enjoyable. And too, you get to have someone that understands, your personality, how you work, how you do things, And I think that is something that you should definitely look for. If you know an agent, then you should use them. I mean, obviously if they're bad or don't practice often or whatever it might be, then maybe that's a little questionable. Not everyone wants to work with family, but at the same time, if there's like a family member that you like and you want them to be compensated for being a real estate agent, you can always be like, hey Kasie, like I'd like to work with you, but my grandma's an agent, like can you give her a referral fee? That's something that's totally out there and an option. So if that's the situation, I'm ranting, I don't even this probably doesn't even matter to most people. So let's get to the questions. So these are questions you can ask a buyer's agent before working with them, just to kind of understand how they work, the way that they do their things, and all of that. I'll do another video answering these questions so that you know how I work and how I operate, and that'll be linked down below. So, the first question on my list of things to ask a buyer's agent is, do you require a pre-qualification letter before you show houses? So, everyone's answer might be different. Some maybe don't care about getting pre-qualified buyers. Some will want you to get pre-qualified immediately. I think as a buyer, the best thing to do is to get pre-qualified, because at the end of the day, you don't want to waste your time. If you can't get approved for a loan, then that's time to set up a game plan, set up a, financial plans, a savings plan, whatever it might be, working on your credit. And I think as a buyer, you shouldn't be looking at houses if you're not qualified, unless it's like an open house and you're bored, then go for it. But you shouldn't be, so when you go see a house, there's sellers that are living there and they have to clean their house up, they have to take their dogs on a walk, they have to, do something to make sure that the house is cleaned up and show ready, and that takes time, and that, gets their hopes up. If they have a showing, they want to make sure that you're able to buy the house if you do like it. So that's one thing, and I think if someone's willing to show you properties that if you're not qualified, and then I think, that's a story about them, that they just don't really care about their time. Maybe they just don't mind showing it to you. Sometimes to my clients, if the house is vacant and I know that, you have a good job and credit score and money to put down, then sure, we'll go look at a couple houses that are vacant, maybe. But if I'm going to show you an occupied house, then you are going to be pre-approved and you're going to be ready to go. I'm answering my questions in this video. What? That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. The second question on my list is your real estate career full-time or part-time? So when someone is part-time, that probably means that they have another full-time job, that they're just working real estate on the side and trying to, maybe build their business. Maybe they're new, maybe they don't really care about it that much and they just do it to, help out their friends when their friends are buying a house, whatever it might be. But I think depending on your personality, if you're someone that needs to be very attended to, if you're someone that wants to be checked in with once a day, a part-time agent's not going to work out for you. If you're someone that just wants to go see a house like maybe once a month, then you're probably going to buy when you find the perfect house, and then yeah, a part-time agent will be just fine. But I think that's something that you need to understand about yourself. How is this going to work out for you personally? My third question for the agent is, how do you handle the timeline? How do you, check in with me? How do you make sure that I understand what's happening? Because if you're someone that wants to understand the full process completely, having an agent that's just going to be like, hey, sign this paper, like it's just the purchase agreement, it's fine, whatever, you'll be okay, that's probably not who you want to be working with. Like me personally, see, I'm answering questions, I shouldn't be doing this, but whatever, you're here already, so here you go. So the way that I do things, I have videos, I have emails, I have templates, I have checklists, I have walkthroughs, I have all sorts of systems set up so that my buyers all experience the same process. And that's important to me because I don't want to, get busy and leave one thing out for someone. And I think it's very easy in this job to do that because, at the end of the day, we are our own bosses unless you're on a team or something. And it's very easy for things to slip through the cracks. And so you need to make sure that you're working with someone who is dedicated to you and is going to help you understand the whole entire process if that's something that you're looking for. My next question for an agent would be to ask how many houses they sold to buyers last year, or how many sales they assisted buyers with. So this is important to help you understand, where their main focus is. Like I said a little bit earlier, I am more listing heavy, so I don't have as many buyers, but at the same time I do help buyers and I do enjoy it. But that's something that you just need to understand. If you're looking for someone that sells 30 houses a year to all buyers, then you are going to want to go with that person, not me, who sold like 5 houses last year to buyers. So that's just something that you need to keep in mind when figuring out who you're looking for in an agent. Why, how, what are they going to do for you? I think that's super important. And as well, someone that maybe has 30 buyers at a time isn't going to do the best job possible for you, or maybe they are. Maybe that's why they have 30 buyers. Who knows? No one really knows. So, and then the last question would be, what is the process if I decide I don't want to work with you? Obviously, you would hope that most agents really want you to be comfortable with who you're working with, but at the end of the day, there are some that aren't. So the content of their answer isn't really the biggest part, but how they react to it, how they respond to you, how they act, is it professional? Is it not so professional? Is that something that you're okay with? Is it something that you're not okay with? I think that's the bigger goal than to just figure out how many sales they had last year. I think how they respond and how they interact with you will be able to tell you how you're going to work with them in the future. So to get these questions, just click the link down below. It'll ask you for your name and a couple other things, and you'll get the download. You can save it on your phone, and you can even just text the agent the questions or give them a call, or when they're giving you a buyer consultation, go over the questions then. So that's my 2 cents. Hopefully it helped you. If you need help finding a buyer's agent, I have agents that I'm friends with all over North America and some in Canada. So if you need help relocating, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you find a house, whether it's with me or in a different state. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me anytime. My free buyer's guide will also be down below. And I hope you have a great day. Go connect with me on Instagram and Facebook, and I will see you in the next video.